Good day, subscribers. It's me, the finance guy, back with another video today talking about what I look for in a stock part 2. Last week we talked about what I look for in a stock part 1 and kind of the beginnings of what I look for when I see weakness in a company and where I kind of go from there and what makes me want to purchase shares of a company when it's at its lower points so that I can profit take from the moments and when it's at its high points. With that being said, if this is your first time joining us today on the channel, feel free to subscribe and hit the bell. As always, it's free, it helps the community grow, and we get stronger and we can become more educated so that we all can become better investors. So let's jump into it today on what I kind of look for in a stock, part 2. First, I'll go over to macrotrends.com and then I'll look at the stock screener. And then I'll click on the stock screener and then I'll kind of plug and play what I'm looking for in a stock. As you can see, the FANG names for a lot of major companies have been on a tear for the past like 10 years, and investing in those companies during the 2009 kind of 8 decline would have been probably one of the biggest returns if you would have invested in the FANG. But currently, I don't like to invest into companies that everyone is investing into because it pushes up the price of the stock. So I'm a little bit different when it comes to investing. So I'll put in a market cap of $2 billion, a PE ratio less than the market average, which is 20, and then I'll look at long-term debt. Make sure that that's hopefully below at least 0.8, price to book of 3, and then I like to have at least some sort of return on equity. And then I'll kind of plug and play. You can do this with a lot of the different things of fundamentals, performances, all kinds of different statistics when it comes to what you would like to look for in a stock. Now, it doesn't mean that this company will be a good buy, as a company could always go out of business. But this is just one of the things that I look at when it comes to kind of picking out a stock. This is just the very basics and kind of picking what I'm kind of interested in at the moment. Personally, I like to go to the 1-year change and see what companies have fallen from grace and what I'm kind of looking for in those companies. Is there any brands or any kind of products that I really like? As you can see here, Newell Brands has fallen over almost 50%. And there's some other things. So I'll click on something that I'm kind of interested in and I'll just kind of go through these. Do I know like Dropbox? Do I know, some of these companies, Alaskan Air? Well, I know Alaskan Air and I know a little bit about Newell Brands. So then I'll go, okay, let's click on Newell Brands and let's look at the price history. You may have seen this on my channel on what I do for picking a stock. I start going over, the fundamentals, and this is kind of what I look for, and this is kind of the direction in which I look for a stock. Where's its past history? Has it had moments of, great economic, upturns or downturns? How's the stock performed over the years? Has there been any stock splits recently? What kind of dividends have they paid? Have they had any kind of fluctuations in their dividends? Okay, as I can see here, during the 2009 housing crash, their dividend payout went down, and that's sometimes a good thing, sometimes a really bad thing. Personally, I like to see a steady increase, and if this falls and has economic troubles during those kind of times, it's a worrying sign. And did they have earnings per share in the positive during those times? What is their PE ratio? If their PE ratio is high, why is it high? And right now, the PE ratio for this company is rather low, one of the lowest it's ever been in history. So I kind of look at, could this be a buying opportunity? Could I capitalize on its price to earnings being lower? And what kind of things that I like to look at? Let's look at its price to book history. Is it cheaper now than ever before? And I can see here that its PB ratio is actually cheaper than it's ever been. And then I could look at, revenue. Is its revenue increasing every year? Well, actually, the revenue for this company has remained rather stagnant until just recently in 2017, but it's on a little bit of a downtrend. That's something that you never want to see in a company. And then I also look into the balance sheet. How's the balance sheet? Is it, increasing its assets while decreasing its liabilities and long-term debt? As you can see, it's done a little bit of that, but it's not really done a whole lot increasing its assets, so that's kind of bad. And then I like to look at a positive cash flow. This company has not had positive cash flow from kind of 2017 to 2018. That's something I also don't like to see in the company. So then I like to delve a little bit further and see if there's anything that I really like about the company brand-wise or product-wise, and kind of go from there. And usually on the company's website, you'll find which brands the company offers. And as you can see, there's some very popular brands. Some of my favorite being Ball, Mr. Coffee, Calphalon, Rubbermaid, Sharpie, Expo, Elmer's Glue. Some of these products I have used. Oh, and Yankee Candles, Berkeley, Rawlings, Coleman, and Bicycle are some products that I used growing up. So these are kind of the products that I personally use. So if I like it and I enjoy these products, could this be a good buying opportunity for me to look into the company and investing in the company? Because chances are other people like these products as well. So that was just kind of the basis points when it comes to picking a stock part 2 on what I'm interested in a stock, because it has brand recognition. It has some brands that a lot of people really like. Does that mean that the company will do well in the future because of these brands? Especially since a lot of them are outdoors and 90% of the people now spend more time indoors than they do outdoors. So does this make it a good buy? Potentially no. But with that being said, I still think there's a lot of things that a lot of people do like about this company, and chances are some of you have used these products in the past. And if a company is on a decline by 50%, you must look further into why the company is on a 50% decline than just the fundamentals and just technical analysis. And that's what we'll be talking about in part 3. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. I hope you learned a little bit, and feel free to subscribe, like, and comment down below. I really look forward to hearing what your thoughts about Newell Brands and this kind of thought pattern when it comes to investing. As always, I hope to see you guys again next time. What's that, Mr. Penguin? I didn't give you any fishes yesterday, and that makes you upset? Well, too bad. Oh God!